Oh my god, I'm just going to go around spamming space. Because... Oh. Oh, there's one there. Oh no, there's two there. Oh, nice. Oh, how many is that? 3? I need... Oh god, how many do I need? I can't remember how many you need now. Oh, Reverend, you've really screwed me over this time, mate. You big dickhead. How dare he? The thing with the thing with the hint system in this game is, unless you're standing at a specific angle, you can miss things, and it's very frustrating. There's gonna be some of these bloody branches of this tree, isn't it? I bloody knew it. There. Yeah. There we go.
You have won.
Damn right I have.
As I always do. What are you able to tell us about the Bishop of Knightsbridge's last days? Did anyone come to visit him? Did he seem worried, anxious? Do not omit the smallest detail.
His nephew came to see him yesterday at His Excellency's request. I found this visit a little peculiar because the young man rarely visits his uncle.
Do you know why that might be? Were they on bad terms?
I don't think so. It's rather a consequence of his work. The young man is employed within the archive section of the Royal Library, which doesn't leave him with a lot of free time.
Do you know the reason for his summons?
No, but the conversation was very heated. It only lasted for a few minutes and ended with the nephew in a terrible rage.
Interesting.
I've answered your questions. Will you now let me contact the authorities?
I'm afraid not, Reverend. Not just yet. All right, now we can open the safe.
You have no right to search here.
So, from what I remember, you have to put a pin on each square, but they can't be in the same row or column or diagonal from each other. So it's like, oh god, it's like oh, not that one. Sorry. Go one, that one. God, I had this in my head the other day. I don't know why. It's those 3, and then it's not that one. That one. That one.
Now I can open the chest.
Yeah. Yeah, so they don't intersect with each other, do they? I've done this. A lot of like these types of games have these puzzles. I think there's one in Broken Sword. I've done one recently and I can't remember what I was playing.
Here we are. I am eager to discover what remarkable treasure could justify such an act of barbarity.
Extraordinary.
This chest is impenetrable. How is it possible? No one other than the bishop should be able to open it.
You open the chest with disconcerting ease, Holmes.
I've seen and heard quite enough. This time you won't stop me.
Catch him, Watson.
What the? But why?
Run, Watson. Hurry.
Oh, did I just steal something?
He's escaped. I hope that your motivations are founded, Holmes. I don't much like skirting around the edges of the law like this.
It is annoying. Let's leave without delay.
What have you found in the chest, Holmes? What in there is so precious for these men to commit such terrible acts?
The Reverend was telling the truth. Nothing important was locked inside the chest, apart from a few religious items which are hardly worth stealing.
So, we haven't made any headway. Perhaps the police will.
By the time the police arrive, we shall be a long way from here, Watson. We are leaving.
It's always funny. I like Sherlock's portrayal in this game. He's very sus, which is quite funny. We'll do that in a second. Is that the only thing we've got left? The murderers made the bishop drink the contents of the flask, which is definitely what they did. I think we can leave. Yeah. Run away.
We have crossed London at a breakneck speed. We could have knocked someone over, and naturally I had to pay the cabby out of my own pocket.
Watson, stop complaining. We have to analyze the clues found at the bishop's house.
God, he's like, it's such a... Watson, you're not married to Holmes. Just slap him down and tell him to stop being an asshole. Stop acting like his wife, for fuck's sake. In fact, where is your wife, Watson? I know you're married, son. But you stay here with Sherlock instead. So weird. Who does that? Who gets married and then stays with somebody else? It's so weird. Oh, Watson. Watson! I like these analyzing things. These are pretty cool. They're not too difficult.
A small piece off the rope. That should be enough.
Just have to figure out what instrument to use.
A lot of fragments of black stone are wedged into this rope. Their color seems unnatural, but they are too small for me to examine them. Black and damp earth.
I think.
This rope is only worn on one side. I can see something.
I think I need to use this on this. Yeah. That's the rope done.
There is something written on this scalpel.
Scalpel.
I should clean it.
With water. I need a brush.
I can make out WCCH. What do the initials stand for? How many hospitals are there in the Whitechapel area, Watson?
If we count public dispensaries, enough to keep us busy for an entire month. Did this scalpel come from a hospital?
Yes, as the initials WCCH engraved upon it show us. We must think on how best to deal with this. We do not have the time to investigate every hospital in Whitechapel.
Okay, is that one done?
I can't do that. I can't do.
Oh, I thought I needed to use the.
I can't do that.
Oh, that's
This
for later.
fragment of stone is very smooth, and it seems to be of a peculiar quality. I shall have to strip it with one of my products.
It's either water or acid.
I can't do.
It's not water. It's definitely acid.
This stone appears to be the same as those found within the rope's fibers. I can see something. This stone is granite, covered in black paint. The fragments found in the rope and this piece of granite come from the same place.
Is that one done? And the manky finger.
Tooth marks, rather deep ones. I'd say of incisors and a canine.
Somebody bit his finger off.
Black and damp earth under the nail. Interesting. I must compare the samples of earth that I found.
Do we need the finger anymore?
Fragments of skin. A phalanx. This finger wasn't cut off. It was ripped off.
Bite marks on this severed finger. I am afraid of the significance.
The thieves didn't get what they wanted. When they were faced with the bishop's refusal to cooperate, one of the gang shook his finger at him to indicate that he was responsible for his unfortunate state.
And the poor man, whose head was the only part of him not bound by ropes, bit the finger violently enough to sever it. An uncommonly savage act.
Watson, I am certain that when we have explained the reasons behind this sudden bestiality, we will have revealed a larger part of the mystery.
Well, he was being tortured. I think biting somebody's finger off is a natural response, isn't it? If this fucking wagging it in front of you.
I must compare the samples of earth that I found. And if I mixed this earth with another substance...
Water?
Now it must all be stirred.
Brush.
I can't do that.
No.
I can see something.
Oh, what do you want to brush it with? Oh yes, a scalpel.
Earth taken from beneath the fingernail and from the ropes originate from the same place.
How do you know?
It took just a little water to analyze the consistency. The soil has retained its moisture, even though there hasn't been rain in London for over a week.
This soil could come from the bank of a river, or somewhere where the evaporation is slower. A mine, perhaps, or a trench.
The banks of the Thames are clay soil, unlike our samples, so we can rule that out. The nearest mines are 12 miles away, so I would rule that out also. I would therefore conclude your last theory to be nearer the mark.
A trench?
A pit. Watson, bring me your register of the London hospitals.
Studying the scalpel has given you an idea, then?
Indeed.
I'll get it.
And I think it's on the bookshelf.
Hospitals and dispensaries in London.
Nice.
I have found my book, Holmes.
Ooh, picture there.
Put it on the work table, will you?
General practitioner? That won't be of any use to me.
Yeah, you just stand still and... Watch it just slowly moves around. I don't know why that... It irritates my... It really does make me want to be icky-sicky. It's really weird. It's worse later on. Where's the book? Here you go.
Here is the section showing Whitechapel. I made several notations on these pages during our investigation into the Ripper, which might prove useful. All we need to do is to find a hospital or a public dispensary near a location where pits have been dug and black granite has been used.
It's simplicity itself. I haven't finished my analysis.
So that referenced Sherlock Holmes versus Jack the Ripper. He also referenced Arsène Lupin. I've not seen a reference to the Awakened yet. I assume that there'd be... I wonder where the Cthulhu statue is. And in Nemesis, there's a statue of Cthulhu in like this corner somewhere. There's a little bust of him. And when you Watson, he comments about it, giving him nightmares and such. I wonder where they put it. I was really hoping that he'll be in here somewhere. Oh man, that's annoying. Guess I've missed it. I do have the poorest of all eyesights. When I play games when I'm recording, I miss the simplest things, but I don't miss when I'm not recording. It's odd. It's like I have selective vision. Pigeons out there. Wonder if it's in Watson's room. Where's the Cthulhu statue? Oh man. It's you'd think he'd have a picture of his bloody wife in here. Shame. No Cthulhu. Ah. I'm disappointed.
I need something.
I think it's the bottle. Yeah. See, this is pretty cool. I enjoy this little minigame. This is a very cool minigame. It's not difficult. It's quite confusing what you need to do at the beginning, because all this says is, to analyze the evidence, add liquid from the test tube. Use all active agents to work out its characteristics. So you click on this bottle and you click on, and it puts it in this question mark. And then you click on this. You click on the little, what the hell would that be? The valve handle? And then you count the numbers. So it's 2 green, a rusty colour and a blue. And then you just click on this. 2 green, rusty colour and then a blue. And then you click the next one. 3 rust and 2 white. And then you do this and you get the correct answer. I think you get like 2 tries and then you have to reset. It's not too difficult. 3 white and 2 orange. Two green and 1 blue. On the last one, 3 orange and 3 green.
Poison, and apparently very virulent.
Results of the analysis of the poison as administered to the Bishop of Knightsbridge. A substance that provokes a heightened aggression, close to madness, death by cardiac arrest. That's not good, is it?
Poison. Discreet, efficient, and only detectable via a thorough post-mortem.
Have you been able to isolate the active components, Holmes?
Not with any certainty. This toxic substance surpasses my own knowledge in the field. It is without doubt the work of an expert chemist.
A chemist and a criminal.
As you say, please find my monograph on poisoners of the last 30 years.
Okay. And where would that be? In this one or over here? I don't know what a monograph is. Oh no. Another 𝘱𝘭𝘪𝘦𝘪𝘵. What was this slandering? I don't know, have I already read this? At the moment of writing these lines, the famous 𝘱𝘦𝘴𝘮𝑚 necklace belonging to the Marquis of Cunningham have not been recovered. Our editorial staff remains reserved as to the role of the infamous Sherlock Holmes has played in the affair. Of course, mate, of course. This is not the first time Mr. Holmes has compromised himself during the course of one of his so-called investigations. When recalling the second stain case, the affair is indeed strangely similar to the Marquis of Cunningham's necklace's misfortune. Indeed, Mr. How'd you say that word? 𝘱𝘦𝘴𝘮𝑦𝘮𝑦𝘮𝑦? Mr. Hope. I don't know how you say that word. Secretary of State for European Affairs had a document of extreme value in his safe box, which had been stolen by a few days ago. A few days earlier, who, if not Sherlock Holmes, could have replaced the document in Mr. What? No, he's being done for swapping somebody's documents in his safe. There's evidence that Sherlock Holmes knew the identity of the person blackmailed the gentleman's wife, Lady 𝘱𝘍𝘍 or 𝘱𝘍𝘓, guilty of a love affair with another man. Wow. The sinister blackmailer, a certain Lucas, had a letter that revealed Lady 𝘱𝑍𝑐's double life. He wanted the Secretary of State wife to give him a precious document belonging to her husband in exchange for the love letter. She obeyed him. Well, she did. When Lucas was found murdered, and Mr. Holmes managed to find the compromising letter without any difficulty on the crime scene after it was meticulously searched by the police, well, seeing as the police are a bunch of fucking idiots, it's not surprising they missed certain obvious evidence. Does this not strike you as strange? Mr. Holmes knew where the hiding place was without any doubt. As to the motive for the murder, no need to ask who might profit from the crime. Eradicate a cumbersome accomplice and thus appear as a hero in the eyes of authorities. Wow, so he's saying Mr. Holmes' dumb motive for murder. But why? This 𝘱𝑭h𝘪𝘦𝘮 needs to be kicked in the balls. Evidently, the transcription of the affair undertaken by Mr. Holmes' friend Dr. Watson gives another explanation entirely. But is he truly objective? We may allow ourselves to little doubt on that score. How is this guy publishing? Like, he's reporting in something called the Daily Report now. People are paying this guy to write this absolute trash. Yeah, Holmes, we need to go find 𝘱𝑭h𝘪𝘦 and give him a damn good kick in.
Female anatomy.
Hello?
I should put this book somewhere else.
Oh my word. Watson, you're married? God damn, it's not like you've never seen a vagina before. Fucking hell. I forgot what I'm looking for now. That female anatomy book threw me. Tee-hee.
And this is how my dear friend and colleague treats his clients' letters.
Just they're all dribble, aren't they? I'm missing the inside.
This bust was used to fool Colonel Moran during the case of the empty house.
I don't know who Colonel Moran is. He must be one of another adventure of Sherlock Holmes that nobody needs to know about. Oh, there it is. Scotland Yard. Hans Schillman, aka the Rat Killer. Nationality German. Date and place of birth, 20th of the 1st, 1839 in Stuttgart. Apologies for my disgusting wording of German cities. He's arrested in London, imprisoned for life. Right. Where did it go? Oh.
According to these documents, Hans Schielmann, known as the Rat Killer, was considered the greatest specialist in chemical poison in the world.
Is he at liberty?
Happily, no. He has been held in the high-security wing of London's Westgate prison for many years now.
Then he cannot be the one who concocted the poison.
Don't dismiss him too quickly, Watson. According to Scotland Yard, the man is exceptionally intelligent. For the greatest criminals, prison is but a mere obstacle. Let's plan a little visit to see Mr. Schielmann tomorrow. I haven't finished my analysis.
Okay, what else do I need to examine? Bloody hell. We've done the scalpel. We've done everything, haven't we? Oh no. I wish I could get rid of the hints. They're not very helpful. So we have to deduce where the evidence came from and then pick the correct place. We know that it's a dispensary, but we don't know whereabouts it's located. So the rope is worn on one side. The rope is always used from the same side. It was manufactured to be worn. It's not no water, so it's worn from the same side. The damp earth brought in by the Bishop and Knightsbridge killer is from a pit. We know that. Could be from a well. Because the rope from the well would be in one side, wouldn't it? But then it would be damp. The fragment of granite. The fragment came from a monument. The monument painted black, painted rock, granite wall painted black.
I haven't finished.
Yeah, I know you haven't. The thing with this is, there's no, there's no way to tell. Like, if say you take a break and you come back to this game, there's no way to tell what the analysis has confirmed, what Holmes said. Maybe it is. Oh god, let me check. Hospitals, Dispensary. I'm trying to look for the granite stone. I don't know if you said anything. Let's do its finger. Samples of the earth originated from the same rope. The soil could come from the bank of a river or somewhere, a mine or perhaps a trench. So it can't be from a river because it didn't have clay in it. Came from a pit. So we're looking for a public dispensary near a location where pits have been dug and black granite has been used. Yeah, there's no analysis of the stone, so you just have to like. It could be any of these, so we'll figure that in a minute. The rope is from source from a pit. Ropes from one side. We're not saying it's a well, so it's in a pit, so we'll keep with a pit. Rope is used to lower something into a pit. Soil. The earth and the stone are from a pit near a monument. Again with a pit. It could come from a grave, a building undergoing repairs, or a tombstone factory. I'm gonna say a grave. May need to change some of these in a second. the Whitechapel clinic's near a grave.
Now I can make the right decision.
Oh, it was that. I know it's... I can't remember if it was a tombstone factory or a grave. It was a grave, so... cemetery.
The public dispensary number 4661.
Nice.
It's just opposite the Whitechapel Street Cemetery.
Yes, Watson. The murderer with the missing finger must work in the cemetery, or at least visit it. He could have taken a rope, one of the type they use to lower the coffins into the graves. The granite is minute particles of tombstone.
And he only had to cross the road to steal a scalpel from the dispensary opposite.
Oh, very convenient, isn't it? I think we can leave now.
Let us look at our deduction board, Watson.
Yeah. Let's have a look. Finger. Bishop fought his aggressors savagely. Poison contains poison that causes madness. Murderers had poison that causes madness. Bishop's murderers are obviously vampires. Obviously. Causes madness. Huh. Oh no, it's this one. Drank the flask. Blood at the top. Murderers made the bishop drink the contents of the flask, which then drove him mad. Maybe it's that one. Yeah. He went mad.
Perfect. Well done, Watson. Our board is finished.
Nice.
It confirms that the bishop's murderers work for one person, who, amongst other things, possesses a very sophisticated poison. They therefore act for someone more educated than themselves. You remember Wiggins and his gang, the Baker Street Irregulars?
Yes, the street urchins, whom you employ upon occasion, and Wiggins is their leader.
Yes. Well, I have hired their services again. I have instructed them to find out the address of the bishop's nephew.
I think he's here.
Hello, Mr. Holmes.
Wiggins, my young friend, have you found the information for which the good Dr. Watson is going to pay you?
Yes, Mr. Holmes, it was easy.
Very well, I understand. Here are a few pennies.
Thanks, Dr. Watson. The man you're looking for lives near Kensington.
Does he live alone?
Yes, but he rents a room for an old lady.
Did she see you?
No, Mr. Holmes. No one saw me.
Perfect. Watson, give our young friend another shilling as a reward for his discretion.
Here we go again. But of course... I'm falling asleep, Holmes. Aren't you tired?
No, I have an exceptional constitution. I can't remember ever having been fatigued by work. Idleness, on the other hand, exhausts me completely. Go to bed, Watson. The night will be short. We leave at dawn.
Wow, this is a real adventure. It's exciting. I like it better than made-up stories. I want to know what happens next. Keep reading. I'm going to.
Ah, I want to listen to.
Oh, those nightmare fuels. Oh, they're so ugly.
Readers must excuse me if I do not describe in full detail here the terrible images which haunted me that night.
I had a sense that something extraordinary would take place, but I was scarcely prepared for the reality of it.
Oh, they're so scary.
Good morning, Holmes. Did you get any rest?
I did not attempt to sleep.
Have you managed to come to any conclusions?
I think that we might follow 3 trails. We can visit Whitechapel to try to discover the identity of the murderers by making inquiries at Dispensary 4661 and at the Whitechapel Street Cemetery.
The poison trail seems more important to me. We should perhaps go to Westgate Prison first to see Hans Schielman.
Yes, and let us not forget the bishop's irascible nephew, whose address we now have, thanks to my Baker Street Irregulars. I have located each place on our map of London.
Holmes, let me remind you that we still have not been officially instructed to investigate this affair.
Ah, well, we will just have to hide that small detail.
So, we have... Yeah, we can go to Whitechapel Street, Kensington Gardens, or Westgate Jail. It doesn't matter which order you do them in. You'll all come to the conclusion at the end. We'll probably go to Whitechapel first. And we'll save the jail for last, because I like the jail. Yeah. What's the 𝘱𝘦𝘴𝘻𝘦𝘪𝘳? The deduction board for the bishop's done. I noticed that the lip sync for this game is really off-putting. It's super. It doesn't. I wonder if it's dubbed English. Because even poor dubbing is normally not as bad as this. Those kids, for instance, they were like, yeah. I know that this is made by. Is it French? Company that make this French? Or were they with the publishers? Can't remember. I wonder if it was made in French and then it was dubbed in English. It's the lip sync it's really distracting in cutscenes. I think probably just me. Probably it's just me. But yeah, let's head to Whitechapel.